Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of NetFlow Analyzer's free training series. So we'll cover how NetFlow Analyzer has a profound impact in securing your network from unknowns, how to strategize your monitoring to safeguard from potential mishaps, and how NetFlow Analyzer helps prioritize your resource utilization. You will also see how NetFlow Analyzer enhances the monitoring scope with integrations to top ticketing software, other ManageEngine solutions, and third-party solutions as well. Again, we have a team of experts with us for today's session to clarify your doubts from product features to its technical length. And for your convenience, we will record this as well, and the presentations will be sent to your mail IDs for future references. So without further ado, our first topic for the session is root cause analysis and bottleneck detection. So modern networks are complex, as you know, with numerous interconnected components like cloud services, virtual environments, IoT devices, and more, making it challenging to identify where issues originate. Therefore, again, organizations often face contentious situations where different teams such as network, security, application, system teams, and the database teams point fingers at each other when network performance issues or security incidents arise. So the strategy to mitigate is to implement structured RCA process to identify the origin of issues objectively and focus on facts and data rather than opinions to determine accountability. So let's say when performance dips, right, applications stall, or let's say security breaches occur, finger pointing can begin. So this blame game can significantly hinder the troubleshooting process and delay achieving a resolution. So this situation needs the use of data from a network monitoring tool to identify anomalies and pinpoint potential issues to reduce reliance on guesswork and accusations. So NetFlow Analyzer can help you trace back to the origin of the issue to remediate these problems. We look at some features that have been helping enterprise troubleshoot their concerns. So as a very first feature, we have forensics. Network forensics is a promising feature in NetFlow Analyzer to curb the recurring congestion issues with historical data collation and reporting. Traffic spikes or any unpredicted network behavior in an organization can be an occasional routine that enterprises have been facing of late, given the technologies implemented. So again, for today's session, we have a mock demo setup for you to show. So let me switch to the UI to show the forensic reports. So we'll click on Reports tab. Under NetFlow, we'll click on Forensics. So under like the select source, we can select the source as interface, the device as NFG. We can define criteria as well, and we can give an IP address. So this is the IP address that I'm giving. We can select either match any of the following or match all the following. We can select time period as well. And under business hour filter, we can select the interval between which we want the report. And once we click on generate report, so here we have a forensics report, and this is how it will look like. And you'll be able to view details like traffic, application, source, destination, QoS, TCP flags, and all those details. So let's go back to our presentation. So network forensics offers a multitude of benefits for organizations. Network forensics empowers you to investigate security incidents effectively. So by analyzing network traffic data, you can identify the persisting issues and find the root cause of breaches, understand attacker methods, and gather evidence for potential legal action. So since network forensics relies on raw data reports, you can know every bit of the flow information and identify bottlenecks or anomalies. Faster identification and resolution of network issues lead to reduced downtime and improved network availability. Network forensic data can reveal insights into network resource utilization and traffic patterns. Therefore, you can know the utilization trend and conclude which areas of your network need upgrades and save on your enterprise budget. So network forensics play a crucial role in demonstrating compliance with industry regulations and internal security policies. So let's say by maintaining detailed network traffic logs, you can provide auditable evidence of network activity and security measures. So moving on, next topic is network packet sensor. So network packet sensor or NPS is, let's say, an agent type installation of NetFlow Analyzer that bundles different functionalities to fit the befitting monitoring advantages. An agent type installation is nothing but a method of installing an agent to perform specific tasks. It has extended support for non-flow exporting devices, monitoring with NetFlow generator, brought in DPI into a flow-based tool, and also introduces downtime management or outage risk management with NetSpeed tracker alerts. So you can install one agent and configure the same for any or all three functionalities. We discussed how NetFlow Generator has enhanced monitoring with non-flow device support in the first part. In this part, we'll look at other two functionalities, that is DPI and NetSpeed Tracker. First, deep packet inspection. So while other tools in the market rely only, let's say, on one major technology, NetFlow Analyzer brings to you the benefit of combining flow analysis with DPI capabilities. You can achieve a more comprehensive understanding of your network activity, improve threat detection, and troubleshoot performance issues more effectively. So basically, DPI allows for deeper inspection of packet content, hence helping you in identifying response time, URLs, or other factors that might be hidden within network traffic flows. So again, we'll explore this feature in the UI. So we'll click on the DPI tab here. So once you click on the DPI button, you can select the DPI engines as well. So here, basically, you'll be able to view the details about the application, source, destination, URL, conversation, and more. So you can get started with DPI in seconds by installing NPS and configuring the agent DPI. You identify applications generating network traffic with greater accuracy to help for better application control and security policy enforcement for specific applications or user groups. You can also track the application response time and network response time as well. So we'll go back to the presentation. Now, NetSpeed Tracker is helpful for network admins who want to monitor and analyze their internet connection in real time. So by analyzing the upload and download volume of the network traffic at different intervals from 5 to 60 minutes. So let's switch to the UI. So again, we'll click on reports, and under NetFlow, we'll click on NetSpeed Tracker report. So we'll give the sensor name, the traffic type, the time period, let's say last 1 hour, and click on generate report. And by this, you can generate a successful NetSpeed Tracker report. So going back to the presentation, you can also track metrics like variation in packet arrival times and delays in data transmission, that is jitter and latency, to analyze performance issues. You can also use the data gathered by NetSpeed Tracker to make informed decisions about internet service provider, bandwidth upgrades, and capacity planning for future needs. So on a bigger picture, by consolidating all three different monitoring services offered by NetSpeed Tracker, helps you leverage historical data reporting, threat detection, server traffic monitoring, non-flow exporting devices, configurable flexible data reporting. So now our next topic for the session is reducing alert fatigue and quicker troubleshooting. So continuous monitoring and powerful measures to curb mishaps around the clock are the hacks to immediate troubleshooting for complex networks. But to achieve the business bottom line, you need automation and proactive monitoring into the picture. So alerting systems can land you in trouble by bombarding your system with constant alarms, most of which turn out to be false positives to the point, let's say, where security can become desensitized to alerts due to a high volume of irrelevant notifications. So again, this can lead to missed threats and wasted time. Now, with NetFlow Analyzer, you can filter the noises by low priority or repetitive alerts, streamline the alert stream, and reduce noise. With descriptions added to the alert profiles, you can provide notes for yourself to revisit or other personnel in your team to have an understanding of why the alert rose in the first place. So, this noted information basically helps you get started with immediate remediation. So alerts from NetFlow Analyzer helps you automate risk management with letting you set thresholds and alarms to notify you at the earliest sign of trouble. So we've got your monitoring troubles covered with real-time aggregated and traffic pattern alerts. So again, real-time alerts will be generated when the data usage threshold is violated more than the permitted number of times. Whereas an aggregated alert goes off when the total volume packets over the given period crosses the threshold. Traffic pattern alerts will arise when there is deviation from the regular traffic behavior. And lastly, these security alerts will be generated when, let's say, any security event occurs. So let me show you that in the UI. So we'll go to settings, we'll click on NetFlow and click on alert profiles. So here we have all three different types of alerts. So you have to note that the link down alert is a pre-configured alert. So you can add a new alert profile by clicking on the add button here. And you can basically, once you click on it, give the profile name, description, select a source. It can be an IP group, interface group, SSID, access point. And once you do that, you have to define a criteria and the traffic based on the threshold, severity, and action according to traffic groups based on speed, packets, and utilization. So let's say once you do all that and select the time zone, time filter, and all those sort of things, you can click on save. So once you click on save, a real-time alert profile will be created successfully. While you define the threshold, you have to make sure you select a notification template on how you want the alerts to be notified. Again, we'll discuss more about the notification templates in a while. So going back, we have aggregated alert here. So this aggregated alert profile is about generating alert based on the duration when a threshold is violated within the given time frame. So again, let me show you how you can add a new profile to this. So you click on add and you again select the source, you give the profile name, right? You give the alert time period and you give the duration, custom or periodic, you define the threshold, you define severity and action, and you click on save and your aggregated alert profile is created. Next up, we have traffic pattern. So again, these alerts help you know any change in your network traffic patterns based on the traffic behavior and deviation that utilizes both AI and ML capabilities. So if we click on add here, right. So we have covered traffic pattern analysis in the first part of the series. And in continuation to that, you can add a new alert profile right from this tab and help ML and AI work its way into showing the ups and downs of the network traffic. So under advanced settings, you will be able to set the buffer limit basically and can avoid false positives. So let's go back to the presentation. Our next topic for the session is notification templates. So you can add notification template in NetFlow Analyzer to receive alerts that we discussed previously. We have extensive types of notification templates like email, chat, SMS, log tickets, web alarms, etc. So let me brief you on that. Again, we'll go to the UI. Under settings, click on NetFlow and click on notification templates. So these are the notification templates that are already created and you can add a new notification template by clicking on add. So here we have multiple notification template options like email, email-based SMS, etc. So you can use the email option to get alerts to your configured mail address and SMS option for receiving messages on anomalies. And we also have, trap and syslog profile as well. So you can also configure some of the integrations to create an alert automatically in any one of the software that you use with run program and log a ticket with third-party software, which we'll look into detail in the later part of the session. So we'll move back to the presentation. Next topic for the session is prioritizing traffic needs. So networks carry a critical burden in today's data-driven world, right? So with this increased reliance comes a complex challenge, ensuring that critical traffic gets the priority it deserves. Network congestion again can occur when too much traffic tries to utilize the same resource at once. With no dedicated policies or restriction, some symptoms your network might show are poor VoIP calls, video conferencing issues, ERP system slowness, slow access to the internet, and delayed response of the application. So here are some of the symptoms to understand which issue might be causing what problem. So VoIP call quality deterioration. The symptoms are frequent call drops, jitter, and poor audio quality. The next is video conferencing issues. The symptoms are video lag, pixelation, and frozen screens. Third is ERP system slowness, where the symptoms can be like slow transaction processing and data retrieval delays. Then we have general network sluggishness, for which the symptoms are slow internet access, delayed cloud application responses. So to regulate the bandwidth allocation or rate at which the network is used, traffic shaping becomes a business imperative. We have then ACL or access control list, which is basically a feature that lets you deny or allow access to specific IP address. You can filter out traffic for layer 4 application by blocking IP address that hog your network. As you can see in the screenshot, you can either create a new ACL or select an existing one to either permit or deny access to any IP. So allow certain packets or deny everything else or vice versa. So the configuration goes as follows. So to see that, we'll go to the UI. So we'll click on the inventory tab here and click on devices. Let's select the Cisco ISR4 device. So on your right hand side, if you click on this and click on the ACL here. So you will be able to locate the existing ACLs here. You can edit, add, or remove any existing ACL basically. So if you click on, let's say, add ACL, there are two types of ACLs like standard and extended. So while again a standard ACL just permits or deny traffic based on source IPs, the extended ACL can permit or deny traffic based on source and destination IP addresses, as well as protocol types such as TCP, UDP, ICMP traffic types. So this is all about ACL. Moving on, the next topic for the session is kiosk monitoring. So kiosk helps give priority to real-time data so the packet doesn't get stuck in traffic. Let's say you are a large enterprise with 1,000 plus employees, multiple branch office, and significant remote workforce. The initial network environment had 2 Gbps internet connection. Let's say that your network is facing difficulty like this. Average latency is, let's say, 150 milliseconds, and jitter is up to 100 milliseconds. So in the assessment phase, you have network analysis where through thorough traffic analysis conducted using NetFlow and deep packet inspection, identification of critical traffic determined priority applications such as VoIP, video conferencing, ERP. In the second phase comes the kiosk policy development, where it categorizes traffic into classes. Let's say like high priority for VoIP and ERP, medium for web browsing, low for recreational network traffic. Then we have the CB kiosk monitoring. What benefit is monitoring going to provide if, let's say, there is no insight into knowing if it made a difference or not, right? So CB kiosk monitoring will basically show you the difference between pre-policy and post-policy performance with CB kiosk graph. You can find out if the applied policies actually work for your network or not. So with the before mentioned example and discuss DHCP values applied, you can see that pre-kiosk values where the average latency is 150 millisecond and jitter up to 100 ms. Post-kiosk, the performance metrics have improved where the average latency is 50 millisecond and jitter stabilized under 2 minutes. Here you can see it, pre-policy and post-policy. So hence this ensures that the applied kiosk has worked. So again, let's see how this works in the UI. So we'll go to the demo, click on inventory and click on devices. So let's select this device. And we'll click on the CB kiosk tab. So here you'll be able to view the pre and post policy traffic details. So this is all about CB kiosk monitoring. So we'll go back to our presentation. Our next topic is group settings. So cumulative group settings in NetFlow Analyzer allows the aggregation of network flow data. The simplified data analysis aggregates data into meaningful groups for easier interpretation. Next, enhanced traffic visibility, which offers insight into specific traffic types and usage patterns. And you have improved network performance that basically helps identify and resolve bottlenecks by monitoring grouped traffic. Lastly, we have customizable reporting that allows tailored reports based on specific business needs. You can also sort traffic usage by different groups to get the cumulative performance report and make management smooth and time effective. You can utilize group settings and create groups such as interface groups, IP groups, application groups, DSCP groups, access point groups, and SSID groups. You can assign or restrict accessibility roles to admins, operators, or guests. So again, let me show you in the UI. We'll go to the demo, right? We'll click on settings. We'll click on NetFlow and click on group settings. Just a second. So here you'll be able to view all the groups like device groups, interface groups, IP groups, application groups, DSCP groups, access point groups, your SSID groups, and all those sort of things. And let's say under device group, you'll be able to view the device group name, count, actions, and all those sort of things. While on that, you can also add or delete the existing ones as well. So again, we'll go back to the presentation. So our next topic for the session is in-house add-ons. So NetFlow Analyzer's capability can be further enhanced by integrating with other IT products. Product integrations are not mere add-ons, but are strategic tools that can significantly enhance the value proposition of NetFlow Analyzer. So by leveraging integration, you can gain deeper network insights, automate tasks, improve security posture, and optimize IT resource allocation, ultimately leading to a more secure and well-performing network. So the add-ons that NetFlow Analyzer offers are Network Configuration Manager and operators. So Network Configuration Manager allows you to monitor and manage configuration changes by enabling this add-on. So you can basically monitor configuration and changes, back up your device configuration, audit configurations for compliance. So to see it in the UI, so we have a separate tab for NCM here. So if we click on it, we also have a dashboard view of NCM, and you can configure the dashboard for your monitoring requirements basically. So under this dashboard, you will be able to view the devices, groups, unmanaged devices, firmware vulnerability, compliance, and all those things. So this is everything about the NCM add-on. So we'll go back to the presentation. So the next feature we have is the integration with Orbitals, which is an IP address and switch port management software. Now, Orbitals is available as an add-on in NetFlow Analyzer, as we discussed earlier. So enabling the IPAM SPM add-on aids you by providing basically in-depth insights into network ports, information about connected devices, the ability to inspect IP addresses more precisely, intuitive widgets that enable easier management. Also, the add-on provides information like a summary of network interface card, uh, a DNS status summary, the top 10 groups with occupied IPs, and an IP availability summary. So with the IPAM SPM add-on, you can obtain all the information you need from just a glance at the dashboard. So we'll see this as well in the UI. So again, we have a separate tab here for IPAM. And if you drill down, you get information like IP address manager, switch port mapper, and rogue detection. So we'll click on switch port mapper and click on any one, right? And click on summary. So basically, the summary here displays the number of ports, including the percentage of used ports, available ports, and transient ports that are dynamic for the duration of a single short-lived connection, and gives a comprehensive summary about the switches in your network. Then we have ports. So here we have all the ports scanned in your network and provides port availability information to tell you whether a particular port in your network is being used or is available. Then we have port view. So this graphically displays switches and the ports that are connected to them. We have post history as well, and we have alerts, which basically curates and displays alarms raised by the switches in your network. So again, these reports and views basically help you effectively manage your network workflow. So if a particular IP is consuming more bandwidth than desired, you can find the port that IP is connected to and basically block it. So moving on, going back to the presentation. Since the above discussed products are managed engine solutions, suffice to say that you get benefits that can turn your network monitoring a cakewalk. Since configuration, service monitoring, IPs, and switch port management are taken care of, you get end-to-end visibility. And NetFlow Analyzer brings everything under a unified console. You can reduce bottlenecks without hassles. You get performance insights from both from your mobile application and web console, and gain more efficient reporting and accelerate troubleshooting. So again, next topic for the session is cloud traffic monitoring. Now, cloud traffic monitoring allows you to capture, monitor, or store the in and out traffic data that passes through the network interfaces in your VPC with Amazon CloudWatch Logs API. So to see that, we'll go back to the settings, to the UI, and under settings, we'll click on Discovery and click on Export Cloudflow. And we'll just, for example, select one of them. Right. So basically here you can configure the username, access keys from the AWS account, or create a new access key if you have none, and select a polling time and region. Then you can fetch the AWS interface list as well that you want to monitor in the NFA. You can finally view the AWS regions along with the interfaces that are following traffic by source, destination, application, conversation, and display options to accept and reject traffic. Again, so you can also, utilize NFA's grouping feature basically, which allows you to create a device group which displays a list of VPC traffic in a single page here. And once you create, you can export the flow logs. So moving on, our next topic for the session is risk remediation. So risk remediation means having the tool to identify you in case of mishaps anytime, anywhere. So integrating with ticketing system allows you to automatically generate trouble tickets based on anomalies detected by NetFlow Analyzer, so that you are in the known as soon as, let's say, an incident occurs. You can also configure some of the integrations to create an alert automatically in any one of the popular ticketing software that you use with run program option, and to log a ticket template. There is also a special third-party integration with NetFlow Analyzer. So again, you can find these integration options. So we'll go back to the UI, click under settings. Under general settings, we'll click on integrations. So when NetFlow Analyzer basically raises alarm, our ticket is automatically generated in Service Desk Plus. Next is Service Desk Plus Cloud. So it automatic tickets are created in the SDP cloud software. Then we have Slack, where alerts are created via chat. Then we have ServiceNow configuration, which streamlines incident logging and syncs the data between NetFlow Analyzer and ServiceNow platform. And we also have Jira management, where you can receive alerts from NetFlow Analyzer and register them as issues in Jira Service Management. Going back to the presentation. So ManageEngine Application Manager is a software that monitors application performance, servers, database, cloud, etc. Before this integration, the NFA will show you the utilization based on layer 4 and layer 7 application. And you'll be also able to monitor your organization's homegrown app by custom mapping them. So with this integration now, you can map all your application manager applications to NetFlow Analyzer. So basically, you can monitor the network traffic activity and find the bandwidth hogging application in your network. So let me show you how you can start with that. So again, we go back to the UI, and under, as I said before, settings, discovery, and general settings, we have integrations. So here we have the applications manager. And once you click on configure, so basically, this is where you can configure your application manager setup, right? And click on save once you give all the relevant information. So we'll go back to the presentation. You can also integrate webhooks with NetFlow Analyzer to send information to specified webhook URL of, let's say, any integrated application such as Microsoft Teams, Cisco WebEx, Telegram, and PagerDuty. So when, let's say, any network incident occurs, you can easily transfer app data or alarms to the URL you have specified without any hassles. So let me show you how to basically invoke a webhook in the UI. So we'll go back to the UI. We'll click on settings. We'll click on NetFlow and click on notification templates. So here's where you can find all types of notification templates here. So basically, once you click on invoke a webhook, you can specify the request mode from drop down, then enter the hook URL, right, of the application, and this is followed by header details to be sent along with the hook URL. You can also add user agent details. So basically, this is where you can add the device details that are sending the request for helping the server respond differently based on some particular specifications. And all you have to do is click on save. Now going back to the presentation. Next up, we have new releases. So we have an entirely revamped security analytics feature. So as you know, today's cyber attacks are subtle and often go unnoticed by traditional security tools, right? They don't create obvious spikes in traffic, but again, instead lurk within normal network activity. So the key to security is moving from simply reacting to threats to basically detecting them early. To tackle such issues, we've come up with a new security analytics feature in the ManageEngine NetFlow Analyzer. So this feature turns ordinary network traffic data into actionable security intelligence. It makes your network an active defender, a vigilant sentry. So its key capabilities include behavior learning, persistent tracking, context and prioritization, MITRE attack mapping. So behavioral learning, basically it uses machine learning ML to create a normal baseline for every device on your network. So this adaptive learning basically allows it to spot subtle anomalies, like let's say a server suddenly sending out an unusual amount of data during off-peak hours that traditional tools would normally miss. Then we have persistent tracking. So the system tracks devices by their host names and MAC addresses, not just their IP addresses. So this provides persistent context, so you always know what a device is doing, even if its IP changes. Then we have context and prioritization. It assigns a dynamic event score to each anomaly based on factors like severity, deviation from the baseline, and how recent the event is. So basically, this helps you reduce false positives and focus on the real threats that need your immediate attention. Then you have the MITRE attack mapping. So this is a powerful feature where maps detected anomalies to unknown attack techniques, basically which helps you understand not just what happens but also why it matters in the context of a real world attack. So let's say, for example, a compromised endpoint might be slowly leaking data and remain undetected by a signature-based tool. However, NetFlow Analyzer's new security feature would catch this by recognizing the subtle deviation from the asset's normal behavior, preventing a major breach. So again, with NetFlow Analyzer, you're no longer just reacting to incidents, you are empowered to detect, understand, and stop advanced threats before they can cause damage. Right. So we are nearing the end of this session. So if it would be very helpful if you can, you know, give answers to the poll that we are about to start, basically, which will help you rate this session. So again, it would be a great help if you could kindly respond to the poll. So while you're responding to the poll, here's a quick recap. We saw root cause analysis and where NetFlow Analyzer provides proactive detection and alert system. We saw how prioritization of traffic is significant for your enterprise integration and add-ons of NetFlow Analyzer, and basically how it simplifies issue resolution and enhance management, and finally our new release as well. I would like to thank you all for being such an amazing audience. It was a wonderful session, and I hope you benefited from this session. The chat panel will be open for a few more minutes for any queries before we end this webinar. And again, I want to say our team will always be available for you to reach out. Thank you.